Here's what you missed. Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video, yes, we're doing the monthly recap here for everything you might have missed in the month of June, going over all the new releases, leaks, news updates, reveals, and everything in between. I'm also going to be going over everything I received that I purchased in the month of June, upcoming reviews, and everything you can look forward to coming in the month of July. I know I'm late, it's basically the second week of July already, but I've committed to making these monthly doll recaps, so here we go. I hope you will still indulge me. Anyway, so stay tuned, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hype this video, cuties. Consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, to support the channel that way, no pressure. And so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. But for now, let's get into it. We started off strong with the official reveal of Rainbow High Pretty in Paris, which seems to be tying in directly to the final season of the animated series for Rainbow High, and we've got Kaya here back as a returning character. It seems like she's going to be playing a larger role, but it seems like in exchange they cut even more of the quote main characters, like where's Ruby, where's Jade, Sunny, Amaya, like they're nowhere to be found. So it seems like they're really just focusing solely now on Bella, Violet, and Skylar, and then Kaya's here because she's also like a pink girl and pink sells, as we know. Overall, I'm not impressed. And the baguette purse, the balloon shoes for Kaya, like there's just a lot here that's a bit, you know, it's not the best. MGA officially filed an application to register a new trademark called Original MGA Princesses for dolls and other categories. Now, this could be the company's response to Disney Descendants, Disney Princesses, Ever After High, of course, although that's canceled still. So it's going to be curious to see what they actually do with this new trademark. We only had one Monster High Collector release in the month of June for Mattel Creations, which was the Collector Ghostbusters Gozer doll here, priced at around $70 US, and of course she is now available on the website. She has not sold out, so it seems like she will be another kind of like Squid Game, you know, David from the Lost Boys situation where the doll sticks around a bit longer, perhaps ends up going on sale. You know, we'll have to wait and see how long she really ends up being there. But yeah, it's been a couple weeks now. She's available. I think she's really pretty, but I totally get why she's still there. She is expensive for what basically is just one doll, a bodysuit, and like two dogs. So yeah, I mean, I'm a fan, obviously, so I got her, but I get it, you know, it's expensive. Joining Jennifer and Claudine, it's been confirmed that the third character in the third wave of Monster High G3's Self-Scare Secrets is Laguna Blue. This wave is apparently coming out later this year, if not probably next year. More live pictures of the upcoming new Dia de Muertos Barbie signature dolls have surfaced. And the more pictures I see of these two dolls, the more I feel like they're not very good dolls. The faces are fine. No pixelation, there's enough detail here, but these are probably going to cost $60-70 US each, and it's just, I don't feel like you're getting the value here. I mean, there is embroidery on the top for Barbie, but the rest is printed on the skirt, and I feel like the fabrics don't look amazing, especially for Ken's suit, the jacket. It just looks so baggy, like a potato sack. So yeah, overall, I'm not impressed. Of course, as we know, the month of June was the big announcement reveal of the new mini dolls, the world's smallest posable fashion dolls done by Zuru Toys, and I was, you know, very grateful to receive early PR from Zuru to unbox for all of you, and I feel like you really enjoyed that video, so I'm super grateful, and I think the dolls look really cute. Of course, there is the question of like the imagery on the artwork for like the checklist and such, like if it's AI generated on the packaging as well, and I have seen like a commercial as well on Smith's Toys for these dolls, and I feel like that commercial is very clearly AI generated as well. So even though I do love these dolls and the opportunity given to me, which I rarely get, I do have to obviously, you know, we have to be honest here, and that, you know, the overuse of AI is just, it's very unfortunate because the actual dolls themselves are really cute. Oh, also they're blind box, so that does not help as well. Huge news as we have confirmation that the Monster High Boo original Reproduction Dawn of the Dance line is releasing soon. Just like with the Real Drama restock, they're going to be available in select physical stores priced each at $32.99 US. This line will include Dracula, Frankie, Claudine, Cleo, and Laguna, the main 5 characters. No Ghoulia, no Deuce, unfortunately. But yeah, this is going to be very exciting. Again, select physical stores. Does not sound amazing. I hope that they would just be fully released, but again, maybe they will be. We'll have to wait and see. Officially, they are releasing sometime in fall, probably September, August, so very soon. And speaking of reproductions, yes, it has been confirmed. We're also getting the reproduction of Barbie and the Nutcracker Clara doll coming in this fall around October, priced around $59 US probably, and it's going to be a very, you know, accurate reproduction from the original doll, but there will be slight modifications. Like she will have more articulation apparently, she will have like full-on tights, and apparently the bodice will also be a little bit different, but the face from the leak seems to be the exact same like the original face screening, which is very promising. We got a couple of new episodes for Monster High G3's Forgotten Battle of the Bands. The second episode released and basically was kind of a continuation of the story where they have new characters. They don't know where they came from. The headmistress kind of claims that they're exchange students, but of course we can all tell like something's afoot. Also, Dracula apparently can understand the Cyclops, and only she can understand her. So definitely a couple of mysteries are brewing. Although one mystery has been lifted. The vampires are called Cord and Clave, and the Cyclops girl is Symbel. And we also have a couple of new imagery here shared by the designer of these characters, Samantha Bloom. The 4th installment in the new modern take of Barbie fashion model collection, Silkstone, was released in the month of June, on June 17th, if I believe. This is the, again, 4th entry, and she is the I want to say blush beauty. She's got this like really cute little capelet and hood on, and she was around $110 US, and she sold out in like 2 days. So like a new record for when it comes to the new era of Barbie fashion model collections. It seems like this doll especially really struck a chord with Barbie collectors. We got a first look at the new Halloween-themed Monster High Potion Minis figures. The third wave of Bratzies, the Icons Besties series, was released firstly on the Bratz shop, of course, per usual, sold out per usual, and I think now they're supposed to be having a restock on the Bratz shop, if not normal retailers, very soon. By now, we know the drill when it comes to Bratzies. They sell out, they have restock apparently, and then whenever they do, they end up having restock months and months later. Girl, by now, it's just the same ordeal. But yeah, these are thankfully at least new characters, and Dana is Grimace. It's like, what? We had a first real-life look at the new upcoming Barbie-inspiring women doll based on American basketball player Angel Reese, designed by Carlisle New Era. Release date is unknown, but judging by, again, someone finding her on store shelves already, it's gonna be sometime very soon, and she's on the tall, made-to-move body, also with a brand new face sculpt. Very sad news as an era has come to an end. Mattel rebranded the official Monster High YouTube channel to Mattel Imagine, basically a hub now including Polly Pocket and American Girl together with Monster High. I'm not really sure why they did this, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Monster High being pretty high in sales, doing really well, even surpassing Barbie, and as we can kind of tell, surpassing Polly Pocket and American Girl for sure. So it seems like they want to capitalize on Monster High's success, perhaps get a little bit of publicity, you know, exposure for Polly Pocket, American Girl as well. But when people find out that, you know, they've rebranded and Monster High, the YouTube channel, is no more, I'm pretty sure more people are going to be unsubscribing than be happy about this major change. Truly a sad end for the YouTube channel for Monster High. Very good news though for US fans, as G3 Skeleta's core doll has now been officially available at Target, in and out of stock, but basically she's now available there if you wish to get her. We had a very early first leak at a carnival themed G3 line coming next year. This is Dracula as a doll, and reminder, Frankie and Elizabeth will also be included in this line. In fact, this will be G3 Elizabeth's core debut doll. Demon Gino finally arrived at Mattel Creations. He became available in June as a pre-order. I think he's still available actually. He's priced at $80 US, but get this, the ship date is until next year in June. So June of 2027, I know, but hey, at least he's coming sometime in the somewhat near future. The price tag was a bit high, but he's got rooted hair, new sculpted body here with the new hand molds, full-on demon markings all over his body. Like, the detail here and quality is undeniable, and of course we gotta support male dolls where we can. So I also voted for him, so come on, I had to buy him. Did you buy him though? Because I feel like a lot of people actually passed on him even though they voted for him. We had a bit of a whirlwind ride here, as first we had the confirmation that trademarks for Brazilla's characters have been renewed, implying that Brazilla's was returning in the sometime near future, but then it has been revealed that Brazilla's is returning in the form of Bratzies, coming later this year. Of course, this is a ever-changing situation, so we shall see what actually ends up happening, but this was definitely not what we expected. Celebrating the 10th anniversary of L.O.L. Surprise, the brand celebrated with a new revamped look, including a new look for the OMG dolls here, part of the new Hello Kitty collaboration for the dolls. Each of the face sculpts has individual, uniquely sculpted lashes. Even for Cinema Roll, the lashes are blue, and the face sculpts are different with different shaped, mouths, the lips. Like, some of them have open mouths, some of them are closed. The paint job, the side lenses are all different. Yeah, they are simple OMG dolls, but I mean, the faces just are undeniably just such an improvement overall. The month of June also gave us the official release launch of the K-pop Demon Hunter playline dolls by Mattel, the Huntrix Genu singing dolls. Of course, Deluxe Rumi is not available yet, but finally they have been released. They sold out, they have restock. Again, please do not worry, these are playline dolls. Even if they're not available right now, they will be available, I assure you, in the coming months. And speaking of in the coming months, unfortunately it seems like for us European fans, we do have to wait a little bit longer because they're going to be available in September for all of us here, but at least it's finally here. The time of the Huntrix is back, and they're finally officially released. We had another early leak for a new Monster High G3 line called Claws and Charms, featuring Claudine Wolf and Draculaura here. The leak is for Claudine. We can see what the doll looks like, but also what the packaging container situation is. It seems to be similar to Skulltimate Secrets, basically being a plastic container shaped in a coffin, but I'm not really sure why it's so huge. It just seems like a waste of plastic. Like, what else is in there? Accessories? I feel like I'm just like, what is this? I'm very curious. We have a couple of updates for releases coming next year shared by user Seeing Mount. Starting off, we have Bratz Royals, which could be a modern take on the Princess line that would be iconic. It Girls is a new line as well, cheaper at $22.99. Could be just a trendy line, perhaps with more layers and details. We are getting the core lineup for Rainbow High, which includes Stella, but also Celine here, which is a new character from the Bedazzling line. Interesting that they would choose her here and not any other of the already established characters, like Ruby, Jade, like Sunny, where's... Anyway, and then we're also getting a OMG doll collaboration. Monster High G3's Gold Spirit is getting a re-release here, but as a 3-pack instead of a 6-pack, meaning no Toralei, Cleo, or Deuce, and the outfits have also changed a little bit. The much anticipated Barbie Deluxe Style Wave 4 Chase variant of Superstar has now been officially announced by Barbie themselves to be officially releasing later this year in all your major retailers. But when exactly? We don't know. Apparently she's available on Target, but she's sold out. So again, just check those listings, and perhaps one day this year she will be officially live. So that's great. I mean, she looks amazing, so I definitely want to get her as well. Speaking of Barbie, we're getting a ton of collector releases this year confirmed by user A Plastic Tan, such as the Legally Blonde, Celine Dion, Lenny Kravitz, Whitney Houston, Messi, and so many more dolls are coming this year. Marilyn Monroe as well. The anniversary doll, I believe, is coming like next month. So definitely check out their page for more information. But yes, there's plenty of things coming. I'm especially excited as well for a Legally Blonde doll. We got stock photos and the official release. 42nd Monster High G3 styling head here. This is for Jackie Laura, and I think she's fine, but especially when you compare her to 2 years ago with the Frankie styling head, you can clearly see that there's less here in terms of accessories. The hair is even shorter, and the hands got, chopped off. So they left off the hands here for some reason. I do feel like that would have been nice inclusion, but no. So I feel like in every sense, of however you look at it, you're probably paying the same, if not more, for this new styling head, and you're getting less. Celebrating the 25th anniversary for Bratz, they released the new Bratz Stylin' Birthdays dolls here, including the main 4 girls, and they all have their own color theme, but they kind of have an overarching theme of like black lace and like weird object heels with cupcakes and like candles as heels. So yeah, there's a lot here that's confusing, but overall I do like them really a lot, and they officially became available on the Bratz shop, but they are available also on other retailers eventually. They are expensive though. They're like almost $40, I guess, because you get a t-shirt as well, but I feel like overall they don't have as many layers as the first Stylin' line. So I feel like there's less here to enjoy. Then we got a first look reveal at the new Junior High Rainbow High Bestie Babysitters line here, where yes, it's your favorite characters taking care of babies, because babies. It's just so cute and random and just so clear it's a gimmick. Also, why are the babies just in diapers? I mean, if you want to do this, then do it properly. Give the babies like more clothing and not just diapers molded on. Like, Jesus. You'd think if they want to take this seriously, like do a whole baby theme, like, okay, fine, do it properly. Give us a full-on like fashion for the baby to wear. Thank you very much. Give us a blanket for the baby to be in. Give us a little baby toy. Like, no. They gave us a bare baby mold here, not even unique expressions or like ways to pose them around. Like, no, it's like, it really feels like the bare minimum here just to be able to say like, it's a baby here, it's like, yay. No. This is just so, it feels so undercooked in every way possible, and on top of it all, like, just this does not feel like Rainbow High, of course, but whatever. We got new stock photos for the upcoming Monster High Ultimate Secrets Ultimate Draculaura playset here. That's a long one. And she looks fun. This is going to be coming out soon. I think it's priced around $40 US, definitely a bit more expensive because you are getting a lot of stuff here, of course. You're getting many clothing pieces, accessories, hangers, and apparently the actual like plastic container here actually turns into like a, it's like a reusable playset where you can actually store the accessories in. You can use it as a closet, so it's not too bad. The third episode for the Forgotten Battle of the Bands came out, and basically it sees Venus and Draculaura do a little bit of self-scare before meeting the other new students. Abby gets surprised by their presence, and we learn that these new students actually don't even know what monster type they are. We also learn the explanation of why Draculaura is able to understand Simbel, the Cyclops girl, is because of her ancient, knowledge of history. It's because of her knowledge of ancient languages. There we go. But then out of nowhere, the stage comes working, it comes alive, and basically it seems like the new students basically get into a trance, and they start playing on the stage. So that's kind of like where they leave it off. And also Headmistress Bloodgood seems to be very adamant about stopping this stage from coming alive. So yeah, it seems like there's some kind of curse going on here. We had real life pictures of the new Monster High Potion reveal playset for Draculaura, which is $60, and it's releasing, I think, now in July. The Draculaura doll, as you might be able to tell, has a bit of a cross-eye situation going on here. One of the eyes seems to be facing, to the right, to the left, and then the other eye seems to be more centered. So basically, she's like looking into different directions. So I think that's the reasoning behind why she looks so off. It's because one of her eyes is not lined up properly to the other eye, or vice versa. So it's like they couldn't choose, and they gave her like one eye this way, one eye the other way. So it's, yeah. I think she's cute, but it's definitely a bit overpriced for what what this is. And speaking of potions, yes, the Moonspell Magic dolls have officially been released as well in the month of June. I was able to get all 5, and I actually just posted their review like 2 days ago, so it's a good almost 50 minutes video. I hope you all enjoyed that review. Again, I go over all the details, accessories, quality control, pros and cons, ranking, everything you can think of. I think there's a lot to love here for Moonspell Magic, but there's also some disappointing stuff, you know, some cons that I do mention. I'm honest, as you know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I did buy all of them myself, so it's just worth noting. But I do think overall they're really cute, and I'm curious, have you gotten any of the Moonspell Magic girls yourself? And if you have, let me know down below what you think of the dolls themselves. And again, if you want more details, check out my review. And I actually had to pick between Moonspell Magic and Disney Descendants. I couldn't get both of these collections because it was just too much money. So again, I hope I made the right decision. I think I did. Moonspell Magic to me feels better, but Disney Descendants, yes, the new movie's coming out in July, and so of course in June we got the reveal of the whole movie doll collection done by Mattel once again. We are getting new characters here also with Pink and Hazel, and a 2-pack with Max Hatter. So there's a lot of exciting stuff here. Also Chloe Wonderland and like the new deluxe Cinderella, new deluxe Queen of Hearts. She looks amazing, so I definitely want to get some of these dolls. Probably not all of them, but if I do end up getting any of these, of course I will try to review them as well, like I did with the last movie doll collection. I did review Red, Bridget, and the Queen of Hearts like 2 years ago. But yeah, for now I don't have any of these dolls, but again, if I ever do get them, hopefully soon, you will be seeing a review from me sometime soon. But have you gotten any? Let me know down below what you think. And oh yeah, I also made a video on all of these dolls in depth like last week or something, so yeah. And finally, after much anticipation, we have the official Barbie signature Miley Cyrus doll. She officially dropped on the 30th of June, so at the very end of the month, and she's now available in all your major retailers, or at least she should be. I think she's still available on Mattel Creations. I was able to get her on Smith's Toys. She was a bit more expensive, but you know, that's just the currency for you. It's always a bit more here where I live. So I think she looks stunning. Obviously, she's one of the best celebrity Barbie dolls we've had in a while. Like, the face sculpt is so on point, and I feel like just this entire, like, you know, the hype for like the Hannah Montana celebration anniversary, and now we got her doll officially for Miley, not Hannah. It's for Miley, her doll. So it's a very big deal. Did you get her? Bratz and Rodot collaborated here to give us 2 collector dolls of Sasha and Chloe wearing some of their garments. They are each $75 US, and they drop on July 6th. So they're available right now on Bratz.com. I'm not sure if they sold out. I'm not sure if they sold out. Probably Sasha first, because Sasha seems to be everyone's favorite. At first, I did not know if they would have international, like a 2-pack for international collectors, because if you don't know, on the Bratz website, you can only get 1 item per purchase, meaning if you wanted to get both of these dolls and you're international like me, you'd have to get them separately, meaning paying shipping twice. Well, thankfully, they did have a bundle here for both of them for 1 price point, so you'd have to pay shipping once, but turns out the shipping costs almost as much as the doll 2-pack themselves. So it would have been like 220 Swiss francs in my currency for me, so so much money. And I saw other people like buying 6 dolls and paying like $250 for like almost the same amount. You get 6 dolls. Like, it's crazy. It's insane. So safe to say, shipping is insane prices on Bratz.com, and I would really hope that they change this, because it just does not feel fair. It does not feel fair, like how much we have to spend to get 2 dolls, while other people can get like up to 6 dolls for almost the same amount. So I don't understand. We had an early first look reveal at the new Monster High Collector doll for this year, which is a Comic-Con exclusive. It's Laguna Blue, kind of being an addition to Ghoul's Rule. So that's what those masks and like the new fin molds were. Those leaks were for this doll. So official information here is she's dropping only on the Mattel Creations website, and of course as well she will be available in person at the convention. She's dropping on July 23rd, and she's going to be priced around $80 US. So she's expensive, and I feel like a lot of us have had a kind of ups and downs with this doll, like from the first look reveals, from the stock footage actually kind of like making her look a bit better, because the main issue a lot of people had is that the hair color seems to be a bit too yellow. It's like too vibrant. I agree. I feel like here in the stock photos she looks a bit better. I do like her design. I like her more than I dislike her, so I think I want to get her. And I don't have all of the Ghouls Rule dolls, so for me it's not about completing the collection anyway, so I really want to get her because I like her, but I don't think she really fits in with the collection. I think she would have just been better off being a, just standalone, unique Laguna Blue doll. We had a first look reveal at the new Rainbow High Amaya's hair studio, which this is actually like the third kind of iteration of Amaya coming with like a hair gimmick playset around her. So we've had two previously, the hair chalk, and then the first one from all those years ago, and I have her quite the evolution, and I think the doll herself is fine, the hair is fine, the outfit is actually not bad, but I just feel like there's nothing here. It's just so bland. And speaking of Rainbow High, we got a rumor that apparently the Rainbow High design team has been disbanded, meaning that the possibility of Rainbow High officially ending next year is really high. Of course, this is just a rumor, but even if it's just, whether or not this is true or not, like, there's no denying that Rainbow High has been on a slow but steady decline ever since the reboot happened. And so I do think, whether or not it's true, I do think it just makes sense. It would make sense if this was true, if this were happening. I wouldn't say it's a surprise. So let's see what happens. I do think we still have many dolls coming for Rainbow High, obviously, that we just talked about, like the new core lineup is coming next year. So obviously they're not ending like right now, but like, I don't feel like it's unimaginable. Like it could happen. And Bradzilla's officially got announced to be returning next year by the official Bratz account themselves. They teased a short video saying that Bradzilla's returns in 2027, and it's not what we think. So perhaps it is Bratzies, but perhaps also more actual fashion dolls, an actual revival with new core dolls, new media. I hope so, fingers crossed. We had our first Dawn of the Dance reproduction leak here, which is not that exciting, but still it counts. It's the prototype sample shoe for Laguna here, meaning that other leaks and full-on stock photos are surely not too far behind. But of course, the big reveal at the end of June was Mirror Me. It got announced with a full-on picture group shot. The Instagram was activated. We got a YouTube channel as well. They revealed that there was an event for a select few content creators. That's how we got a first look at all of the dolls. Shortly after, they announced the first release, which was on the MGA shop exclusively, only for 4 of the dolls. Suki and Shy, arguably the 2 most popular dolls from the collection, are store exclusives in the US, Target, and Walmart respectively. So the drop on MJ Shop happened. Unsurprisingly, sold out in like 60 seconds. Of course, a lot of people were not happy about this, but shortly after, then they started to show up on Amazon, the listings, the links on all stores. So it's safe to say that all throughout the month of July/August, also on Smith's Toys here in Europe and other stores, that's when they will be officially available. So hold on to your horses. These dolls are playline, so please do not worry if they sell out or if there's no stock. They are playline, so they will be available very soon in all your major retailers, again, at all your normal average price points. These are like $29.99, I believe, so not too expensive. But yes, there's 6 in total. Again, Shy, Suki are store exclusives in the US. In everywhere else in the world, they are not exclusive, meaning they should be also available on Amazon or Smith's Toys, wherever you live. So again, I have made other videos more detailed talking about all the information, live action series, anime, live action music videos, and anime series confirmed to be coming, and how they intend to secure the future of Mirror Me with high quality budgets. So yeah, but for now, it's an ongoing story. But were you able to get some of these dolls early. Now is when I would tell you the upcoming listings for Mattel Creations, like what's coming up. And actually the calendar is not fully, like, hasn't been revealed yet. So for now, I can only tell you that there's going to be a drop on the July 9th, which again has already passed. So on the 9th of July was the Barbie Fashion Frontiers #3 doll. I will tell you more about my opinions on this doll when the time comes. But that was that release for Barbie and Mattel Creations for this month, I believe. For Monster High, again, it's not on the calendar yet, but we do know for July, the Monster High release is on the 23rd of July. It's the Laguna's Collector Comic-Con doll that we talked about earlier. So, and lastly, I know that this actually really happened like this week in July, so this is not technically something that happened in June, but I still wanted to give a little spotlight here to Hyde Universe. You know, Hyde Universe, the passion project of brand new dolls and so much lore, story, you know, world building. Like, I made 2 videos in the past. It's been a while since I've made a video. I don't feel like we've had quite enough updates to really warrant like a huge video. But I wanted to give a spotlight here because Hyde Universe is now expanding. They are trying to gather resources, funding, to be able to do a live action series. Yes, you heard right. A live action series, like people acting. Like, what? I know, it's crazy. Apparently they want to do that because if they have a live action series, that kind of like looks better to then also be able to get, you know, money to make dolls. So and that actually makes sense. That actually is a really smart tactic because, like, once, you know, companies see like, oh yeah, like this is a live action series, it has a huge fan base, they're going to be more likely then to secure funding for actual like really good dolls. So this is a whole journey, and now the crowdfunding is live right now. So if you're able to, of course, support however you can. And even if you can't actually pay, you could follow them on Instagram or subscribe. Do they have a YouTube? I'm not sure, but you know, just however you're able to support, you know, be sure to support because this is, again, a passion project right now, but the passion is there. What we've seen so far looks amazing. The sculpting, the renders, the prototypes of the face greetings, the hand-drawn faces, like it all looks amazing. So I really want to see Hyde Universe be able to actually become fully real and like come to its full fruition because I do feel like there's a lot of potential here. But yeah. And finally, yes, let's talk about what I purchased. So I got the Spelled and Valentine Pride 2-pack here, and I did not unbox them. I forgot. I didn't have time. I couldn't make it in time to unbox them in the month of June, unfortunately, and now I actually don't even feel like, do I want to unbox them? I like them in the box. Like, maybe it's because they're boy dolls and there's no hair to play with, or, you know, but they do look really cool in the box. So I'm honestly not sure if I want to unbox them. I just feel like I would have probably unboxed them because it's Pride Month, but it's past. So I feel like, well, do I need to unbox them if I don't really want to? I feel like they look really cute. But yeah, they look amazing in the box. They're holding hands. I mean, that's adorable. Come on. So got those. I got the Gozer Ghostbusters Collector doll. She looks so cute. I also did not unbox her yet. Maybe I will. Again, I need to do so many things. I feel like overwhelmed. Even making this video, I feel like it's just taken so long. And I feel like no one's gonna care about this video. But anyway, I got the Disney live action Moana dolls by Mattel. I reviewed those this week, so I think there's good here for sure. They're not horrible dolls, but I totally get why some people would not like them. But I'm very excited to get to do the video of ranking her with the other Disney live action princesses. Then speaking of princesses, I got the Disney Princess Sparkling Princess dolls here. The last 2 that I needed were Belle and Rapunzel, and oh my gosh, I love Rapunzel. And Belle, unfortunately, one of her eyes is bigger, so she's a bit wonky, but I love the whole collection so much. I will definitely be doing a review on all 5 in one video. Let me know if you like this thumbnail, by the way. That review is hopefully coming next week. And then lastly, for big hauls that I received, I got the Moonspill Magic dolls. Again, I also reviewed all 5 of those dolls in this week. Check that video out. I do think overall there's a lot there to love with the Moonspill Magic girls. And I also got the Barbie Miley Cyrus doll and Barbie Dream Besties in her tracksuit. I think these 2 just look so cute. Will I be reviewing them in a video? Hopefully sometime soon. Let me know what you think of these two, and do you want to see me unbox them? I also bought one other thing from eBay, which is very exciting. I haven't received it yet, obviously, but you will know what it is when I get it because it's very exciting. And what did you buy from the month of June that got you very excited as well? Anyway, that does it for, the monthly doll recap for June. Again, I'm so sorry for the delay. Just so much stuff is happening. I'm moving, like it's ridiculous, and time is just moving so swiftly. It's like, what is happening? Anyway, what are you looking forward to in July, and how are you? Let me know. I hope you all enjoyed, and let me know what you think down below. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hype this video, cuties. Consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, to support that channel that way. No pressure, and so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Thank you also to all my currently subscribed members. I see you, and I appreciate you all so much. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time stay peachy. Kisses.